So
Okay.
take a sneak peek at sneak peek. What do you think about it, tea time?
It's bad.
Bad, just straight up bad.
It's
I haven't
good.
read any of these cards, so this might be a little time consuming, but I'll just go through it quickly. 1 mana, okay, it's spell. Look at the creatures in your opponent's hand, give -2 strength to one of them. So you're getting -2 strength, so you're getting two like attack strength stats from a 1 mana card. Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're
That's
-1 card.
You're not getting anything on the board, -1 card, just that's unplayable.
Compared to the card to the two to the right of this card,
Mm,
it's incredibly terrible.
right. But there's one synergy I think could be really cool, is one of those board lock synergies where you make everything 0 attack, but that's more of a light
That's
vibe,
amazing too.
not a
Wait till you get
deception.
to Blade Bar, which is 2 cards away, and then you'll see.
Okay. Aspect Juggler, 1 mana 1/1. On the stat line alone, it's garbage. Raw, summon a random 1 mana creature from another domain. So it's a 1 mana 1/1, but you're drawing a card, so you get the
You're
tempo.
summoning a card.
You're summoning a card. Oh, you summon it to the board? Oh,
Yeah.
that's disgusting. Yeah, this is
At worst,
OP.
it's a 2/2.
Yep,
At
yep, yep,
best,
yep.
it's gets Veteran
Insane.
Hoplite, and it's
Yeah,
a
you could get
2/5. So
you
it's a
could,
3/6
so it's a
for 1 mana.
3/6. Yeah.
At
You,
best, the ultimate high roll is a 3/6.
oh, there's a 1 mana 3/6.
No, the Veteran Hoplite is a 2/5,
Yeah,
right?
there's actually a better
And this is
card
a
than that.
1/1. No, that's the best stats because it doesn't
Mm,
hurt itself when it
no, no,
gets
no,
summoned
no.
from
There's a
this.
better card. There's the Worm. There's a 1 mana 2/6. Remember? Magic
One
card.
more.
It's a miraculous worm or some shit. I might just pull it up quickly. It's something miraculous, I think, or it's just called Worm, Great Worm. Yeah, Peculiar Spellworm. I didn't get it right. 1 mana 2/6 raw. Your opponent randomly pulls the spell from their deck. Reduce the cost of the spell to 1. So if we're looking from a min-max perspective, it's pretty much a Pyramid
Is
Warden in
it the
stats.
Genesis Legend you're talking about?
Yes. Can you get that? Are you able to conjure Genesis cards?
You can definitely, isn't it? Is it 1 mana?
It's a 1 mana 2/6 Teatime. The raw is what makes it balanced. It makes a random spell in
Yeah.
your deck
So
0
then,
mana.
yeah, that's the high roll
So
and
that's
Veteran
the high
Hoplite.
roll. So that is
It's a
insane.
three
It's a
seven for
3/7
1 mana.
potentially. Potentially, we're talking high roll. If we're going medium range, the thing that makes this card strong is a 1 mana 2/2 or 1 mana 2/3 is like the top end, right? For 1 mana. You're looking at like a Wild Hog with Confuse for 2/3 or
Or
something,
Binder.
or the Binder
Easily.
that heals the opponent for 3 health, but you're getting no drawback from the raw. That's what balances these 1 mana cards. And the fact it's just summoned to the board is the issue. If it was in your hand and you had to play the raw, it's just like giving you 1/1 worth of like, extra draw power, if you want to call it that. So it's just tiny tempo, but they've just gone balls to the wall with this card, totally unbalanced. This is a 10
Yeah,
out
it's
of 10
broken.
right now. All
I think
right.
it's like a 9 out of 10 because Alistrina is a 10 out of 10.
Okay, I think this is 10/10, but Alistrina
What do you
might
think?
even be even more broken than this and just completely change my perspective of what a 10 is. Um,
This card's really good too.
yeah, we know Ariana Grande is a 10, but what's this Blade Borrower? 2 mana, 2/1. On the surface, again, stat line, it looks horrible, but we've learnt that doesn't mean shit depending on what it does. So we've got the Echo ability, which means it copies a 1/1 version of it. Is it a 1 mana version?
1 mana, one
So it's
version, yeah.
always a 1 mana 1/1. So it's always going to have those 3 1s in the mana, attack, and health. That's all Echo is. And then it copies the effect, which is the main part. Give
Yeah.
-2 strength to an enemy creature. So if you added +2 strength to the card, it's like a 4/1 worth of stats you're getting out for 2 mana. So that's pretty solid. And you get the
It's
Echo,
bro
which is
you get it
insane.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact you get it again, so you're really getting 6/2 worth of stats for 2 mana. That seems to be the power creep they're going for. Like Mace of
And you
Calling,
get
6
another
attack.
card, right? So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah,
also,
yeah.
so for 3 mana, you can -4 strength,
Yeah. So cards
but it
like
costs
this
2
that
attack.
Echo make Rock Drake better inadvertently. And this is a
Yeah, but
secret
this
little
is the
synergy that's worth noting for future whaling. This is just between me and you. By the time these, you know, nerds see the video, it's too late. We've already got the Rock Drake collection. But that's worth keeping
but
in mind, right?
Any echo that's a low mana cost.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, I agree. This is crazy. Yeah, so it is 3 mana. You still have to pay the extra 1 mana, but the
Yeah, but
problem
you
with
don't
the
have to do it
game,
the same turn.
yeah, that's true. But the
You can
problem
play
with the
the echo
game is
whenever.
the problem with the game is you run out of cards very quickly in an aggro deck. So things like Echo give you a lot of extra steam in the tank. Okay, so we're gonna say that's like
Broken.
broken, but negatively broken. That's just horrible.
I mean, that's like I would say the first card the
That's a
is
filler.
probably like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah,
Aspect Juggler is like an 8.5 out of 10. Blade
yeah,
Thrower is like an 8 out of 10.
yeah. I put it 7.5, but 8 out of 10 solid too. Um, Shadow Step Backstabber. So raw, steal 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. Echo. Okay, so 1 mana 1/1, but it echoes. So you're getting it's a 1 mana 1/1, but it produces really it's a 2 mana 2/2 that steals 1 strength from the strongest creature. So it's a 2 mana
It does it
4.
twice though, because Echo has the same
Yeah,
effect.
yeah. So it's stealing strength. So it's
It's
going to
one
become
though.
a
I don't think
2/1.
it's
So it's a 4/2 for 1 mana, but it just has to
well,
be echoed, right? And there has to be 2 creatures, so it's a little inconsistent if they don't have
it's
creatures.
2 mana, right? Because you have to play the Echo too if you want to steal the second house. So it's two
Yeah.
mana for 2/2 steal,
Mm.
2 strength. I don't think it's that good.
I
Relative to the card we just looked at,
yeah. Yeah, this is kind of just the same thing, but give two
but
strength.
better.
Yeah, give -2 strength to an enemy creature. Yeah. It's just a more developed version. It just gives you more in the one card. They're both great in my opinion, though. I'd probably run both. I like that it's got guild. All these cards are all guild. This is worth noting for old guild card synergy as well. There seems to be a lot of guild synergy going on. With this, steal 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. I do think this is quite playable. It's still very strong. You can take out any 2 drop, going from turn 2, which I really like. And then you've got 2/2/1s on the board to start the game off, and they've got nothing, but 1 health is going to be a big setback. Bound by her will, take control of an enemy creature with 1 strength or less. So these all synergize really well together, these reducing strength
That's
and taking control.
inconsistent. You don't want
Yeah.
to spend 3 mana stealing something with 1 strength or
Yeah,
less.
no, that's horrible. It's too inconsistent. But the thing is, we say it's inconsistent and horrible, but if there's lots
But
of
why would
cards
you
that
want to
reduce
spend three
strength,
mana to steal something with a 1 strength?
yeah, and then
Just
you're
play
stuck
it
with
off.
like a 1/3 or a 1/4, whatever it is, it'll
Yeah, just trade
probably
it
be
off.
hopeless. Yeah, you'd rather just remove it. Yeah, I see. This is kind of horrible. I mean, there might be some funny decks where you can steal like Polyhymnia or some shit like that, but yeah, for the most part,
If you're playing aggro though, you shouldn't get to
this should
Polyhymnia.
be like 2 mana. So it's kind of just useless where it is. I kind of like the creativity behind the card, but yeah, I'd give that like 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Maybe just 2. 3 is too generous. Goblin Rally Boss, Tempt Fate. When this creature attacks, randomly summon a 1 mana creature from another domain. So 3 mana 3/2. The stat line's pretty like meh. The vanilla stat line is 3 mana 3/4.
Flow too.
Yeah. And when this creature attacks, having 2 health, everything in the game can destroy this card. So it's usually not going to attack. What does Tempt Fate mean though?
It gets a random buff. It's like Twin Strike, Afterlife, summon a 1/1 imp, Ward,
So Tempt Fate
Overkill.
means it gets any random
It's
death
basically any of
rattle.
the buffs except for protected. And then you can gamble that buff to get a second one or none. It's like 50-50. You can get
Really?
two or you get
Oh
none.
God, I love that. I love that type of shit. It's so dumb, but yeah,
Yeah, I
it,
don't
it
like it.
seems problematic, but yeah, I kind of like
It's
that.
not good, I don't think.
Yeah, so it could be in 3 mana 4/3, which is horrible if it gets a 1/1 buff, right?
No, there's no 1/1 buff. The 1/1 is its summon. It's an afterlife.
Ah,
Summon a 1/1 inkling.
okay, got it, gotcha. Easy. So that's pretty useless. Shakedown. Draw a card. If you control the creature with the most strength, draw another card. So 2 mana, draw a card. If you control, so this is like a win more card. If you're in control of the stronger creature, you draw 2. Little bit
Yeah,
problematic. Goes really well with Armor Lurker, but it's a little slow and inconsistent.
Why
What's
would
the
you
problem?
play it over screams
Yeah,
and
that's
control
that's my
really?
problem is how slow the tempo is in an aggro meta. You don't usually have the luxury of drawing two and stalling a turn unless you've got AoEs in your deck.
Yeah, this card's broken.
Appeal to
Appeal to
Mercy.
Mercy.
Summon two random 1 mana war creatures, give one strength to them. So you're summoning them too. Wow, that's crazy.
It's 2 mana for 2/1/1s, right? And +1 strength.
And
And
you're getting plus
average
one
war
strength. Yeah,
1 mana cards have 2 attack.
yeah. No, it doesn't
You're
matter
probably
what
gonna get
the
3/2s.
even if it didn't, I think it's kind of crazy because this is the funny thing. You could get rid of the plus one strength and it would still be a great card, and I'll explain why. Playing two 1 mana creatures will give you more stats on the board than a single 2 mana creature in the game. Yes, you could say Pyramid Warden, but the Death Rattle nullifies that logic. In general, in general, two 1 mana creatures will provide a higher stat line if you add up the health and attack or whatever of both of those two 1 mana creatures will always be higher than a 2 mana creature. Unless you low roll the fuck and get like 1/1 with protected or something, there could be yeah, you get the what's that 1/1 with the vicious rend Defiant Farmer. If you
Yeah.
get two Defiant Farmers and you're stuck with the 2 mana 2/2, you shit the bed. But because of the extra plus one strength, you still have
Two
y-
2/1s.
yeah,
And
two
doing
two
6 damage
ones,
afterlife.
and you get 6 damage afterlife and 6 favor per thing, and your opponent needs to use two separate ways to kill it unless they have an AoE, right? Which is always going to be problematic. They need to trade twice into it. This Appeal to Mercy, I would give it like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
Definitely be
it's
in every deck I
fun.
play. It seems busted, unless I'm playing control. Odds and ends dealer. Raw, give plus 3
1/1.
strength to your creature from another domain. Neutral creatures have no domain.
So,
Ah,
so
so it doesn't
you
work
don't
on
really need
neutrals.
it.
Huh?
You don't need it at 5 mana with like
No.
the meta they're
It's
making.
a 5 mana 4/4 shit stat line plus 3 attack. It becomes a 5 mana 7/4. I still don't like that card. Even if it
It
just
doesn't
had
buff itself.
yeah, it doesn't
Only
buff
buffs
itself,
other
right?
stuff.
That's my point. So what I'm trying to say is best case scenario it's a 7/4 on its own and I still don't like this card. You can get a 6/3 with hidden. So even though it can't do that, it's even worse because it can't, but like it's horrible even if it could. That's my point. Just not a good card for 5 mana. Maybe 4 mana would be insane, and then it would still be just okay because it's not always consistent that you can buff something on the board
Well,
of another
no
domain.
mana, I think you'd be pretty pro.
Maybe.
Just win on 4 mana then if you curve out.
Seems like what I've heard the game is just like that. We've got Lethargy Mage, 3 mana, 3/2. Stat line's horrible for 3, it's missing 2 health, but let's give it a chance. Give -1 strength to each enemy creature. Okay, that's insane. This definitely
I don't
makes
think
up.
it's good.
You don't think it's good? I
It's
think
too slow.
it's a little
Like
slow.
you play it right on turn 3, you're playing a 3/2.
I guess if you're playing it and it's having value, you're already losing the board, which is like
You already
not
lost
good.
the board. I'm just gonna trade you off anyway.
Yeah,
And even if they have one less health, they can still trade that off, right? Even
yeah,
if they have one free attack, they're still gonna kill that.
yeah. That's true. So it's on the. That's a 5 of 10. It might fit a certain deck archetype where you're trying to remove all the attack of the creatures and leave them attackless. But again, that doesn't
That's not
really
like
work because 0 attack creatures can trade in and it's not hidden. Um, Rollicking Lyricist. So this is, yeah, I agree with you. It's guild, which is cool, but that's not enough. That kind of makes the hollow worse when you get shit guild cards, huh?
that's
See, like
better than the average
this
build.
odds and ends makes the
That's
hollow worse. This
I think that
goblin
one
rally
makes top
boss.
follow better, actually.
Which one?
Odds and ends. Because like all the stuff you get from the hollow, you can buff with
Is
that
domain
potentially.
based?
You don't mind getting that randomly if you already have a board from the hollow, maybe.
I guess
There
so,
are
yeah.
skilled creatures already. There are like some
Yeah.
really fast skills.
Yeah, but look at these aspect juggler. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I
Blade and
guess
Aspect is busted.
yeah, shadows. Yeah, I guess it evens itself out if there's enough good guild creatures we haven't seen yet. So we've got Rollicking Lyricist, Tempt Fate, Raw, randomly summon a 1 mana creature from another domain. So 2 mana,
See,
two
that's
one.
bad.
Stat line's bad. Tempt Fate is interesting. I don't know enough about it yet.
It can get
Summon a
like
1 mana
ward.
creature from another
Imagine that
domain.
has ward and twin strike if you high roll.
Yeah,
That's like still bad.
yeah. No, the thing is, it summons a 1 mana creature from another domain. Do you get? I think that's okay because it summons it, so you're getting 3 mana worth of cards for 2. Even though you're getting a
But
2/1, you could get like a decent. Let's say you get a 1 mana 2/2. This becomes a 2 mana 4/3, which is
but
okay.
what would you? It's bad because compare that to the one that summons 2 war creatures for 2 mana and gives them +1 attack.
Yeah, it's bad in comparison to that. I agree with you. Yeah, so it's no appeal to mercy. I'll agree with you. Yeah, because you with appeal to mercy, you have the ability to high roll harder instead of getting stuck with the two
And
one
you
every
buff
time.
them.
But Tempt Fate is what could push it over the edge and make it
What's the
just as good
point
as
of a
appeal.
2/1 having like ward or it could get like twin strike and overkill,
So
you know?
it can get
And that's true.
okay. So but you could yeah, it could get ward, which is okay. It
Yeah, that's
stops
the
them.
high roll for it probably.
Yeah, and then there's Twin Strike doesn't work because it won't go through a taunt. It won't
And
really do
overkill
much.
doesn't do anything really
Overkill
for it.
doesn't do anything for 2 attacks. So yeah, it's a bit
Summon a 1/1 is okay, I
yeah,
guess, when it dies. That's like,
yeah,
eh,
yeah. It's a raw to summon the 1/1, not when it
I
dies.
don't think it's
Oh yeah,
disappointing.
when this dies, summon a 1/1. Then it's a 3/2 that summons a 1 mana and it's worth. So Ward and the summon a 1/1, I reckon it's like a 6 out of 10. I would test this. It doesn't have guild synergy, which is sucky, but I
This is
think
for
your opinion's
competitive play.
probably better than mine on this. I'd go with your call. So we got Beguiling Blade. Echo Roar. This creature steals 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. Okay, well, so it's an Echo, so it's going to steal 2 strength, but it's 2 mana 1/2, too slow in my
You would
opinion.
just rather play the one that reduces by 2
I
for two
agree.
mana.
You don't have enough room to
Mhm.
just play every 2 mana
Yeah.
card. So yeah, Beguiling Blade's probably like a 3/4 out of 10. Protective Local, 3 mana 2/2. So the stat line's pretty horrible, but it's got Raw, give 1/1 to the weakest creature. Does it count itself?
I don't know.
So
I
if
don't
it
think
does count
so.
itself, it's a 3
I
mana
don't think
3/3.
roars count themselves. No, roars don't count themselves, right?
Um, I think it can if it says to the weakest creature, and it is the weakest creature.
I don't think so, because like Nemean Lion. Also, it can buff other your opponent's stuff,
Oh, really? So yeah, it's sort of like
right?
that 6 mana Astria's Envoy. It'll just give 4/4 to anything. So yeah, I think because it can buff your opponent's creatures and they can hide them and shit, it's just too inconsistent.
Even
Uh,
if it didn't, it's a 3. It's a
It's a
worse
three
shield
three
bearer
for
for 3
three.
mana that's a
Yeah,
2/2.
yeah. It's nothing
It has
impressive.
Echo, like
Like literally, a Feel of Janissary is a 2 mana version of this card. It just doesn't give you an echo of it. So you run out of steam quicker, but yeah, steam seems to be not so important. It seems like the game's over by turn 5 and the cards you have in your hand don't even matter.
now this
Corrupting.
next card is like the war one and good.
It's okay, 2 mana spell, Corrupting Influence. Randomly summon 2 1 mana creatures from another domain, then Tempt Fate and apply the buff to both of these creatures. Wow. So it's like instead of getting +1 attack, you're getting Tempt Fate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's insane. I'd say it might be less consistent than the other version because 1 mana creatures with overkill and shit aren't that great. But if you get
yeah.
Ward, even having Twin Strike's pretty huge because it means you get to get the extra 3 favor trading face and then going board afterwards
Yeah,
most
I
of the
think the
time.
war one's better, but this is also pretty good.
Yeah, this is just on the same level. I'd definitely run both. This is insane.
Yeah,
So you can really go 6 wide quickly. You're right. I see how
this one's
dumb
true.
this is. Yeah. Arms Dealer, Echo, hidden for 1 turn. So 4 mana 4/4. The stat line's not bad for 4 mana, even though it doesn't. It's got all this stuff. 4 mana 4/5, like Wetlands Ogre
This,
is the standard, right? So this is
yeah,
only 1 health off, and it's got an Echo, hidden for 1 turn. So it's hidden 4 mana 4/4 with hidden. At the start of your turn, expend 1 mana. What does that mean? Expend, like spend.
you burn 1 mana.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that then it's really a 5 mana 4/4. If you do, give your creature +1 strength until the end of the turn. So it's a 5 mana 5/4 with hidden. That's really what it is, and then it gives you an echo where it can become, and then it burns 2 of your mana per turn. I say this is a bad card in my opinion,
yeah. I
because you're
don't
not
think
even
so.
getting vanilla stat line, and you're losing 1 to 2 mana just to play this card. That doesn't seem like a viable trade-off.
Yeah, I don't think it's great. I
I
think
think
it's.
it's a tempo destroyer. Do you have any other things to say, or we're moving on?
I mean, it buffs your whole board, so it's not as
Ah,
bad.
Give your
Like,
creatures. Oh, creatures, you're right. So it gives all your creatures one strength. And if you can go
I
six
think it's
wide,
okay.
this could be
If you're
okay.
6 wide, you don't need it though.
Yeah, if you're like 5 or 4 wide though, you're getting like an extra
I don't
4
think it's the
attack.
worst card we've looked at, but I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
it's
it's not. It's
very
almost
close.
like it could be like an 8/4 that echoes and you can get an extra 5 or 6 attack. Can't get 6 attack, but 5 attack. Okay, this one, I like the artwork of some of these cards. Lady of Whispers, 4 mana 4/4, another 4 mana 4/4. It's pretty solid stat line. Give 1/1 to this creature for each of your other creatures from other domains.
Just
Neutral
one
creatures
more.
have no domains. Ooh. I
It's just
mean,
one more.
yeah, it is very win more. You have to have a creature on the board from a different domain, which is very inconsistent. But with some of these war cards and stuff, I could understand why you run Lady of Whispers, to be honest. With all
I
these
don't
like
think you need
summon war
to.
cards onto the board, but the thing is, turn 1 and turn 4, too far away. Your war
If
creatures
I
will be
remember
dead
right,
by
there's a
then.
way better 4 drop that you play.
Yeah. So this is not too bad, but yeah, 4 mana 5/5 seems pretty
It's
solid.
like the Cyclops now or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Cyclops. Yeah, Moon Cyclops, Moon Craze Cyclops. 4 mana Ludian Thespian. Okay, so it's a 3/1, horrible stat line for 4 mana. What's the echo? Tempt Fate. Raw, give +3 strength to another of your creature. So it's really a 6/1 with an echo to give. So it could be like a 9/2 total for 5 mana. I don't know.
It's like Dark
The health
Mass
makes
is
it just useless to me.
yeah.
These type of decks are just going to get absolutely crunched by control decks. Like one tracking bolt across and you've lost half your board. Armory Heist, give 2 strength to each of your creatures, give -2 strength to each enemy creature. Very fascinating 5 mana card. I just think there's better ones. This seems like a control type of card. I mean, it's a good little middle ground between like an aggro piece and a control piece.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll give it like a C plus.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not too bad. How do you feel about Team Up? 3 mana.
Garbage.
Garbage, give Twin Strike at the end of this turn, gain hidden to each friendly creature. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty garbage. That doesn't really need to go into too
This card's
much depth.
interesting. The mace is interesting. It's
How
okay, but I
so?
don't think they need it. They're so fast.
You don't need it because you're running so quickly.
Yeah.
When you summon a creature from another domain, give it 1/1. So it's 2/2. When you summon a creature from another domain, give it 1/1. So you could just hold that and you get that
Yeah.
permanently.
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty
it's kind of
cool.
slow.
Yeah, it is very slow because you miss out on turn 3 completely. You can trade one of the weapons off, but then you take a risk. But I feel like everyone runs 2 weapon removal, Iron Tooth, like
Right now,
Bronze
yeah.
Servant. Nothing really removes just one. I mean there is the Wiccan Trapper or whatever, but very niche pick.
Yeah.
3
So
mana,
I don't think it's
Unlikely
just so
Pact. How do you feel about that?
bad. It's 3 mana to get 3/1/1s.
Yeah, but it's not summoning
And
them,
to
so
get 3 1 mana. It's not summoning. If it was summoning them, it'd be insane, but it's to your hand.
yeah. Yeah, because it's
Slow.
to your hand, it's way too slow. I agree. It's got that cool synergy with the 20-sided mace though. But again, both are too slow. You're using six
So
mana
you
worth
go
of
20, you go
resources.
that card, and then you have
Yeah.
this, then you play
That's like
them, then you
yeah, that's like
just
2 turns of nothing happening.
yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you'd have to create some weird mid-range deck where you can like control the board while you can get away with doing shit like this, and it just seems inefficient and impossible.
It's not worth it. So I mean,
Yeah. Oh, it's nice to see some gold. We got Heroic Brawler. What's your take?
at the end of it,
If this creature has the most strength, give 1/1 to your
it's
weakest
okay.
creature. So it could be a 6/6 for 5 mana, which is okay, like solid stat line. But 5 mana 5/5 without
How?
ward. I'd prefer
It
Porphyrion,
can't.
right?
Yeah, I'd prefer Porphyrion. There's a neutral card in the set that I
Yeah, and
would
if there's
prefer
no
over
weakest
both of them.
creature, does it even use itself?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it could be the strongest and the weakest.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
but
know.
it can if it's the only creature on the board. It's both
Yeah,
the strongest and weakest, so
I know. I
it
just don't
would.
know how the game works with that.
Yeah, it would technically, from a logical standpoint, clarify as both and get both buffs, but
What was
I
that
don't know
about
how
to
game
ward?
logic works. But yeah, I think it's just okay. I'm not a big fan because Porphyrion
Yeah.
has ward and makes your hero power cost like 2 extra mana, right?
Yeah.
That just seems like way more inside a kit. Like you're denying them so much, and the ward is huge. Whereas that can just be 2 mana hunting trapped, or who knows what they'll do to it. It's subject to any spell in the game.
Yeah.
So what's next? Alika, Scarlet Thief. 3 mana 1/4. Stat line is missing a lot of attack, but does it make up for it? Echo. At the end of your turn, this creature steals 1 strength from the strongest creature and gives it to the weakest creature.
I don't think it's that good. Pretty
Yeah,
bad.
from the strongest creature and gives it to the weakest. If it's itself, it's just a 2/4, right? For 3 mana.
It can steal it.
But you're getting one of their attacks, so it becomes 3/4
What
worth of
about, can
value.
it do it to your own creatures though?
Yeah. At
I
the end of
think
your
it
turn,
can.
steal this creature steals 1 strength from the strongest creature. Yeah, the strongest creature and gives it to the weakest. This is very weird. It doesn't specify your weakest, so it could give it to theirs too, by the way.
Yeah, so I don't.
This is a horrible card in my opinion. Too inconsistent. The Echo is kind of nice because you can play more like
I guess the
stats.
Echo would give you a 1/1 version of it, and that's what will get
Yeah,
buffed. But
yeah. But if you need 4 mana to play it,
yeah, and
and
then
at the
you're
end of the
getting a
day, you're getting a 4
2/2
mana
and a
2/5. Yeah.
3/5.
And it could steal stats from itself if it's empty board, and if it's not, you're not really trading well with it. I think it's kind of just garbage.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
even
so
if
many
you
better
have a
2/4.
high attack, 1
I'd
health
rather play
creature.
Ludia's Dedicant in my deck for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like, a high attack, low health creature is horrible. Health is a way more important stat. That's some coaching for you guys right there. Torbjorn Handsome actually taught me that. And it's a game changer. I stopped running stupid 1 health creatures in my deck and I started winning games. It was a crazy coincidence. Um, Pietro Merry Bandit, 4 mana, 1/1. Stat line is garbage, but let's give him a chance. Randomly summon 2 1 mana creatures from another domain, then give hidden to each friendly creature. Okay, that just. Okay, it's summoning 2 1 mana creatures though. I thought it was summoning 2 2 mana creatures. 2 1 mana creatures is 2 mana worth of value, and you get a 1/1 on top. That would put it at like a 3 mana card, maybe. Three
And
and a
they all get
half.
hidden.
But they get hidden. Yeah, and you can go really wide, which is efficient in a buffing deck. So I'd say Pietro has some legs.
Yeah,
I'd
I
put him
think
a
Pietro's
7,
solid.
8 out of 10. I think with the right synergistic deck, he could do amazing. Just because of how wide you can get.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Pietro. I think it's solid.
Mm. Yeah, at first I didn't like him, but he's kind of solid. 4 mana seems too much, but it's not when you think about synergies. Okay, this guy's a bit ugly, but that's okay. Galati, Unyielding Friend. 5 mana, 3/7. Wow, that's a fascinating stat line. I like it. I like the stat line. Rule: add a random 1 mana war creature to your hand. When you play a creature from another domain, give it 1/1. What gets 1/1? The war creature or Galati?
When you play a creature from another domain, it gets buffed.
Hmm.
So it adds a random 1 mana war creature. And
Okay,
if you
so
play
this
that war
goes really
creature,
well with like, you know what I've noticed? They're doing a really good job with this.
well, this all synergizes with the god power. A lot of the new set, they
Hmm.
made cards to synergize with like the worst god power for each god. This a lot of this stuff could
Oh
synergize with
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
real god power.
Oh, that's so smart. But yeah,
But
Pietro synergizes too because you're getting different domain, right? Another domain.
but this
That.
card only synergizes if you're running that god power. Or if you're playing like the add the cards to your hand cards.
Hmm.
Different
That's
domains, so I
true.
don't think it's good.
I don't
Because I
know.
still think you just
Yeah.
play Orpheus Deception and then the go super wide with the summons to the board. You
Yeah,
don't want
Orpheo's
them in your hand
Deception's
anyway.
massive. Like, people underestimate being able to cheat past Guild Enforcer for lethal.
So I
Glade
don't think this
Runner.
is good.
Yeah.
Because
So 3 mana, 4/3. We know stat lines that are below 4 health for 3 mana are pretty shit if they
this
don't
is
have an
bad. This
amazing
is
ability.
really garbage.
Yeah. And it's below 4, so it's flank's just useless. It's gonna get killed straight away by anything. Wandering Warrior, 4 mana, 4/4. If you have no other friendly creatures, give 2 strength to this creature. So it's a 4 mana, 6/4. It would be amazing if it was 2 health to this creature, and it would actually be okay, but right now it's horrible. The extra attack to me is useless. You need
Mm.
6 mana to hide the creature, which just doesn't curve out
This
correctly
sees
because
no
there's a mana
play.
slot. Just no play at all, yeah. Makes Hollow bad. 1 mana Contract Broker, raw summon a 1/1 Rogue Skulker. It attacks the weakest enemy creature.
So
So
it's a
you're
1 mana
getting a 1 mana
3/2 with
3/2.
a split 1/1 blitz.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the 1/1 Blitz. It doesn't kill anything in the game, but maybe it does because of this new 1 health meta.
I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, neither.
I could be wrong, but at
Yeah,
least right
I'm
now
on
it's
the
not
fence.
good.
I'd say it's like a 7 out of 10 or 6.5.
Like 6,
Yeah,
6.5.
3/2
So
stat
it's not
line's
the
not that
worst card you
amazing.
look at, but it's not.
Yeah, 5 points of stat for 1 mana is pretty useful, but one of them's Blitz and it's just going to give favor to the opponent. But
They
not
both
much
have
favor.
1 health.
I think it's good because you can play it early and your opponent only gets 1 to 2 favor, which is not too bad, but
Yeah, but if it
if
doesn't
it's
trade
not
anything,
killing
what does it
anything,
matter?
yeah, what's the point? It's just a wasted card, and then they trade their creature into the 2/1 and trade 2 for 1, so to speak,
Well,
and get favor for like
that's
extra
still
favor.
1 for 1, but
Yeah,
like,
they trade 1 for 1, but they get 2 favor for free, so they're actually even
yeah.
further behind, so not a good card. Blade Brigand, 1 mana. I know this is, it can be exhausting because we're putting a lot of energy, but we're literally down to the last 5 cards. Let's just smack it out. Blade
Mm-hmm.
Brigand, Teatime's my little slave. I have him
Mm-hmm.
tied up.
Yep.
Alright, we're
This
not
is
done,
bad.
slave. Blade Brigand, Soulless, Raw. Give an enemy creature -2 strength. So it's like a 3/1. Yeah. I'm not a big fan, but there might be some cool, like,
This
anti-strength
means bad.
synergy that I'm not thinking of yet. 1 mana Shadow Step, front stabber, front. 1 mana 1/1 again. There's so many 1 mana 1/1s right now. Soulless as well. Steal 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. Again, this is just
So
another
it's a
shitty
1 mana
card.
2/1.
Yeah, it's 1 mana 2/1, and it's not consistent. You can't play it from turn 1. So I've made a light deck that's really good from going second. It wins more games when I go second. So a deck like mine would go great. This card would go great when you're going second, but it's not even that
Why
great.
wouldn't
But
you just play an archer? That's a
I know, it's
1/2,
horrible.
I think.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes cards like this do well against like Marshwalker and that 1/3 crab looking thing with
Free
burn.
scale beetle.
Yeah, Scarab Beetle. There are some great counters for cards that steal strength rather than do 1 damage, but at the end of the day, yeah, not a big fan of 2/1 stat line for 1 mana. Beguiling Bandit. Soulless Roar. This creature steals 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. I swear, this is just the same card. Deal 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. It's the exact same as the front stab, but they just reprinted the card with different art,
Wait.
right?
This creature steals 1 health from the strongest enemy creature. From this. Wait, are they the same?
Yeah. Oh no, this steals 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. This creature steals 1 strength from the strongest enemy creature. It's the same card. One's
Maybe
just a
it's not.
guild and
Maybe
one's
this
not.
isn't. I guess so. Maybe it's not updated, but yeah, they seem like the same card.
They shit the bed on that one, dude. Talk about fillers, and here's another filler. Soulless Brawl. The weakest creature gains 1/1. So that's, if you can give 1/1 to yourself, it's 1 mana 2/2, which sucks. So it's sort of
I
like a
mean, that's
shield
like
bearer though.
a worse shield bearer.
Yeah, it's like a gilded shield bearer, but it's less consistent because it has to be the weakest creature, and it doesn't specify your weakest creature, which means opponents can get buffs too. Putting this in the shit category.
Hmm.
And we're done. Thank you so much, Teatime. Wait, we got 2 pages. Did I just troll you? This can't be 2 pages of deception cards. Oh, you're lucky. There's only 3 cards, but we nearly missed out. I don't know why they're hiding these away. More 1 mana 1/1s. They're really fucking. Look at this. They're all 1 mana 1/1s. This is disgusting, dude. The lack of like stat variation is just weird. Wheeler Dealer. Hidden for 1 turn. Soulless. At the start of your turn, expend 1 mana. If you do, give your creatures 1 strength until the next turn. I don't like this. Really don't like this. It keeps you stuck on turn 1. Fuck that. You only get 1 mana per turn. Hidden for 1 turn. At the start of your turn, expend 1 mana. You'll be stuck on turn 1. Fuck that. Not
Yeah.
really, but like it
Honest-
just, yeah, not a good vibe. Ludian Jester. 1 mana 1/1, Soulless, Tempt Fate, Raw. Give 3 strength to friendly to friendly creature. To a friendly creature. It doesn't matter that in English. It's fine. I don't either. I don't get the Soulless, but whatever. I don't think it's that great. It's got Tempt Fate, so it's like a 4/1 with Tempt Fate. I actually think this is actually good. I've changed my mind. A 4/1 that has the potential to have like Twin Strike or
Why do
something.
you want Twin
I'm just
Strike?
saying the fact it can have like ward or anything like that. Like a 1 mana 4/1 with ward, overkill, anything is good in my opinion. But it's to a friendly creature, so it could be shit.
I mean, that's okay. That's like a Darker Knife, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a shield bearer. Yeah, Dark
That's some Dark
Knives on a
Knives.
Ludian
Mhm.
on a 1/1. Okay, so we've got a Alikos Scarred Phantom Soulless. At the end of your turn, steal 1 strength from the strongest creature and give it to the weakest creature. Again, I think they've just reprinted the same thing over and over again. This is actually scaring me. Do you know what I mean? I've seen the same
If
text
you're
on
not,
like.
is this updated?
I don't think this is updated. This can't be. This must have been like the. If
It
this
says
is.
in the game. It says Echo at the end of your turn. This creature steals 1 strength from the strongest creature and gives it to the weakest creature.
Is that what it says in the game?
Yeah, that's what it says in the.
That's what it says here too.
So
So,
maybe it isn't.
yeah, this scares me. They've literally got 5 or 6 of the exact same card. Makes no
I guess
sense.
for like that archetype, you can just keep spamming them. They're
I
not good.
guess, yeah. I don't like the repetition though. Isn't that boring from a fun
Yeah.
perspective? But yeah, that's all we've got for today. Let us know what you think about the the new cards, especially the cards I mentioned. If you have any criticism with my analysis, I'd love to learn from you, hear your point of view. If there's anything I can do different in the video, I would love to hear it because I'm a pretty big noob when it comes to it. And yeah, big thank you to Teatime for spending time with me while I'm having
Yeah,
my
happy to
tea.
do it.
No, I
Happy to
appreciate it.
do it.
No, I really appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah, like and subscribe. It sounds stupid to even mention it, but I literally forget to do it. And even when I'm loving a video, I won't even like it unless they tell me. But yeah, thanks guys and take care.